Hey Fuzzy Goat family, Melissa here in Thomasville, Georgia on this hot and sticky Wednesday. I almost said Tuesday. I am so glad to be here with y'all. Cadence and I took our trip to the McCrae Women's Facility. We took a big old van full of yarn that a lot of you had sent to us and brought to us, so they were very appreciative. And it was an uneventful trip, which is always nice. And I did, as you can see, finish I'm looking at it, my pleated top. So I struggled a little bit. I felt like I was knitting on this forever. I'm like, surely it's long enough. And I think it is as long as I typically like my sweaters, but I have, let me show you. Part of my problem is I was kind of done knitting on it, this part of it. And then this was my other part, is I had just a little bit left. So I'm okay with it. I'm okay with the length. I think it's fun. It swishes. It swishes. It's cool, and yeah. So this is the pleated top. It's funny, people will text me or text us or and say, what is the name of that pleated top? Pleated top. It's the pleated top. So yes, it's fun to wear. I struggled a little bit figuring out the front and back because I'll need to go back to the pattern. I don't know there's a big difference between the front and back, but I can't figure it out. And then they have the ridge top, which kind of throws it off. The little garter stitch up there, like, is it supposed to be seen? Anyway. So, fun pattern. Again, I did mine in the round. I used Fino. I'm going to sit down. Let me have a seat here. I used Fino, but you could also use, flaxen would be great. And now we have flaxen is Sweet Georgia. I'm trying to think of the other one I thought would be good. Oh, the 29 Bridges, which is linen and merino. This is, the Fino is silk and merino. Or you could also use Foxy Lady, which is silk and merino. I think of that linen or silk or something like that kind of gives it a nice, for the summer. But a fun top to wear. So if anyone is thinking about it, check it out. The pleated top. All right, so I did want to show you some pop-up that we have. You may have seen it online. It's Madeline, what's this called? Cotton, what is the cotton and the bags? I just went blank.
Silk and cotton?
Silk and cotton. I was thinking it was cotton. Okay, silk and cotton. She is down in Tallahassee, so she makes these bags, which I think are fabulous. So I brought a little sample. You can check it out online, so you will you order it, and then we let her know what the orders are, and she'll make them for us. So they're custom made. So she has already the different prints, and I don't know the names of the prints, so you have to check it out online if you're interested. But this is, I don't even know the names of this. This is the, oh my gosh, Madeline, help me. What are these bags called? The sizes.
Boxy bag?
That's it. The boxy bag is this one. So it stands up flat, which is lovely. It zips. I'm thinking you could use it for a small project or something. It's just, and it's firm, so it doesn't collapse on itself. So we have it in the different prints. So let me show you. This is the one print that you can get it in, or combination, I guess. This is another one, and they all have a little different fabric inside. I love this one. This one's got little goats on it, right? Let me show you this one. They don't even have paper in them. That's how firm they are. Then you can get, this is another size, but also another print combination that you could get. Did I already show you that one? No, I don't think I did. Maybe I did. Maybe it is the same as that one. Yeah, I think so. This is another little size, and oh, fun, it's got a cute little fabric inside. This is the goat one again, but then we have this print, which I haven't shown you yet. So this is more like a pencil. I'm thinking it would be great for some of my notions when I'm traveling, because it does sit. You can leave it open and not feel like everything's gonna fall out of it. That's the inside. Okay, that's another print. I'm sorry, I don't know the names of them. Yeah, okay. I'm just looking at the one, and this is also with strawberries on it. And yarn. That is yarn. And then this is another one with little pink little birds. So yeah, so check those out on our website. They're really cool. I guess that's what I'm gonna say that. They're cool. And I am kind of looking at this one. I really like the flowers on this one. And I thought I'd go for the goat, and I might just do that. All right, so let me put those back up here so that's a step down. So yeah, I worked diligently on this one, and I was getting a little frustrated. Because it didn't feel like it was growing, and I'm like, it's got to be growing. And then I didn't really want to block it, like soak it and block it. So I'll tell you what I did is I sprayed it. The pheno is non-superwash. I always have to think about that. Non-superwash with silk. So it kind of felt like if I blocked it, it may not lose its shape as much as maybe a non-superwash would. But I was a little cautious because if I lose the shape of my pleats, they're not coming back. So I sprayed it, I hung it up, which I don't usually hang my sweaters up, and kind of wet it. And I did kind of grow. I left it overnight. And I might actually do it a little more aggressively and see if I can get a little bit more length. But I'm actually okay with it. It's wide, right? It's a wide with the pleats just to give it that effect. So anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. The other thing I want to talk about I don't want to talk about that yet. Who is doing something in July for Christmas? Christmas in July? Anyone? Anyone? I believe I've had a couple things spin around my head. But I think I ended up on this. This is the Christmas Bell by Isabel Kramer. Okay, y'all may have seen it. I know it's been around. So I think I'm gonna make this. I think I'm gonna cast on in July. Like this project, I feel like was on my needles for a long time. I like the same one like you. I'm not okay. Sorry, Lynn. I saw your note, but I'm not sure what you mean. But oh, stand up again. Okay, so I did stand up, but I'll stand up again so y'all can see. Hi there. How are you? All right, so here it is. And I'm not, like I said, it's been so long since I worked on it. I don't think there were short rows in it, and I'm not sure there's a difference between the front and back. But here it is, the pleated top. There is a neck bind off. What am I trying to say? I-cord bind off. And the arm sleeves have I-cord bind off, which is fun, and I think it gives, thank you, Michelle, I think it gives it a nice finish. It's not, I think we knitted one row and then did the I-cord bind off. The bottom, you just fit when you get to your length, which I hope I got to my length right. You just bind off in pattern loosely. And yeah, that's it. I used, for my size for this one, I used two skeins. So if you want, I think you want it longer, you might need more. 2 skeins of pheno, which has 490 yards in it. So there we go. So hopefully Connie got a good look at it there. All right, so this is the Christmas bell. So I think I'm going to be making this. It is a fingering weight. Oh, the bag. Sorry, Lynn. Yes, the bag. Okay, you like that same one. It is fingering. So I've got, I think I figured out my main color, but what I was super excited about, I think I'm going to use Happy Hour for my color work. And it allows me, it doesn't even take as much. This is 800 yards. It won't even take all that, so I get to be really picky and choosy. Like if I just want to do a couple rows of each color, or if I wanted to use it, you know, I've looked at some projects. They do maybe one of these in one color, another one another color. Like, I just think it'd be really fun. So, yeah, this is one that I think that I'm going to stick to this year. There was the doodle, what's it called? There's a doodle sweater. And I don't know, I didn't have the bandwidth to pick out all my, you know, it's fun, I think it'd be great fun, but I just didn't. It's a DK weight as well, which would go faster. But I don't know, I wasn't quite ready for picking that out, charting it, so right now I just need to knit. All right. Thank you, Margaret. It looks wicked cute. Thank you. And what else? This is another one it's called Woodland, that Cadence and I are both looking at. And guess what? Guess what? It is steeped. So let me just show you another one. I think what drew me to this, I saw this on, it's Anna Johanna. Cute name. Anna Johanna. I saw it on her, I can't even remember the little things that the yarn shops put on. I just went blank. I don't even know what it's called, but it'll come to me. I saw it her, she was on there and she showed this pattern. I'm like, ooh, I think I might would steep this. And I think the reasoning was, one, it's fingering weight yarn. And also because the color work is on the bottom, I thought it wouldn't be like a double sweater cardigan situation. So Cadence and I have been plotting and planning with this. We think we are going to be using the Pheno, which this is. She suggests a non-superwash because it's non-superwash can kind of stick to itself a little bit. It'd be easier to steek it. So steeking is when you're able to do the cardigan in the round and then you cut it, right? You all, I think, have seen Cadence has done a couple of them. So yeah, so it's been super fun looking at the projects and, you know, looking at colors and stuff. So I haven't completely decided on my color, but stay tuned for that. All right, should we talk about my projects? So I showed you what I had left on this little guy, and I think I'm okay. Like, I'm not even sure there are so many stitches in this pleat, like, to make it all the way around. I should look, next week maybe I'll tell you how many stitches are on now. I timed myself last night and it took, and maybe I wasn't being like just knitting, but I think it took like 10 minutes to do a round. Because, you know, you're purling, knitting, well, we're like knitting 5, purling 1, or whatever it is. But anyway, so this is what I have left here. So not sure how much more I would have gotten out of it, maybe a couple rows. All right, so I showed you that. The other one, this one, I could have finished it last night. I was binge watching Jeannie and Georgia. I don't know, I just got binge watching that. This is my mother's Grid Gambit. Okay, so I think I figured out how this thing is going. So I'm knitting this way, and now I'm doing the decreases. Let me show you how close I got. Right here. Just a couple more rows there, but I realized I got off the pattern, and it was gonna bother me. And it shouldn't, nobody's gonna see it, it's probably gonna be in the back. So I haven't decided if I'm going to, you can see it. Somehow my stitches got off a little bit, and I counted, so I'm correct in my stitch count, but I don't know. Anyway, it's off, and I have to decide. I don't think I'm going to tink back, but I still want it to stay in pattern, even if I'm not following the pattern. I want it to look like I am here. So I think I had to tink back the last row. So I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 more rows to go, and I'll be done. So it's, I'm gonna go figure this out. Here we are. Yeah, okay. So this is, I will seam it like this. So this will be the head, I think. Still don't think I have that right. Okay, there's where I'm binding off. Okay, this way. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, okay, that's right. So this will be, I think, the part you pull over. I'm not sure. Like, I don't do enough of these to like, but that was where my increases were and my decreases. So I think that's right. Okay, obviously I do need to figure this out. But she has it all written out. So the Grid Gambit. All right, so my belief is that I'm going this way. Yeah. This has been super fun. It's a DK weight. I'm using one skein of Marla, and you could use Sammy. Oh Lord, you know, I just got really nervous because where is my blue? I think I have just ever a little bit. I do. That's all I have of the blue. So hopefully it's going to get me there. I have another blue at home that is a different vendor, but I think close enough. I think it would work, but I might be done sooner than I thought I was. But so I still have to block this one. This will need to be blocked, and I have to seam it. But that's another one that I can get off my needles maybe tonight or tomorrow, which is very exciting to me. Very exciting. All right, so that's a Grid Gambit. I didn't work on, so I didn't bring it. The shawl that I was working on for my sister, I kind of felt like I want to get this off the needle, so I will work on that. Didn't work on that. Another one that I did cast on was, I think we talked about this several times, Grapefruit Pink Lady by Thea Coleman. It's a worsted weight, and we did get some Santa's garn It is viscose, linen, and cotton. I think it's most of it's cotton. The biggest percentage is cotton. So I did my gauge swatch, even blocked it, dried it. It is bottom up. A lot of hers, she likes to do bottom up. And so I'm doing this orange. Isn't that fabulous? It's called Scarlet Flame, I think. We have more of this color, lots of other colors. Check it out on our website, fuzzygoatyarns.com. It is called TYKK, so thick, because we also have a thin version. So it's a worsted weight. So if you would like to knit along, we also are doing an in-person class. Please join us. I think it's going to go pretty fast. She says on a 6. I'm doing mine on a 7. I think for me gauge is 6, and I think I'm going to check it again to make sure. So yeah, super fun. This will be a worsted weight summer top because it's, you know, open, airy. A lot of the stitch pattern or the repeat is just yarn overs, knit 2 together, not even a slip knit. It's knit 2 together, and then a center double decrease. So I think it'll be pretty easy to go pretty fast. So yeah. Oh, another thing. So my husband and I decided that we were going to go down. We're so close to the Florida coast. We decided we were going to go down there and have lunch on Monday, which was super fun. And I took my knitting, and I'm telling you, I knitted going and coming. I knitted this. It just wasn't growing. So I just stopped it. I stopped the madness. But we had a fun time down there. It was storming and raining, but it was just nice. We felt like we got away. All right, so I talked about the woodland. So I decided that I was going to, oh yes, you're welcome. Somebody saying thank you for taking the yarn yesterday. It was really, they were so appreciative. It's just, it's about a 2.5 hour drive. So it wasn't too bad. And once we got there, they had people help us unload the van. So, all right. So I've decided I do want to finish the body on this. This is the barberry, right? I probably will not get to the sleeves, which is fine. I'll wait till maybe August, September, finish the color work on the sleeves and then do the sleeves. But I have probably another inch here on the bottom, but I love the little braid situation there. I don't know, I think that's what they call it. It will also be around the neck, and it's super simple, but interesting enough, you're using 2 different balls of yarn to make it. The one in the back you knit with, and the one in the front you purl with. It was interesting. I don't know how they come up, how do they realize that? So let's try this. That's a good idea. This will need to be blocked. I don't know that I'll block the whole thing. I probably will dunk the top end just to get it saturated, and then hopefully my color work will kind of loosen up a little bit. But this was barberry. This is also DK. So, yep. So I talked about the grid gambit. Potato vodka, I didn't work on that. I do plan to try to at least finish the back on that before I put that in hibernation. Oh, it is hot here. It is so hot here. So the potato, I didn't bring that either to show you. No, it's not a Latvian braid. Somebody said it might be a Latvian. I forget what, hold on, if y'all don't mind, I'm gonna look. And if it is, I didn't think she called it that. Here it is. All right, let's just pull it out. Let's just pull it out. I think I'm beyond that. Well, don't have my glasses on, so I'm not really sure what we call this. Maybe it says it right here. Extra card. Well, anyway, it was fun nonetheless, and maybe it is that. I thought it had it. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Thank you for sitting there and just watching me flip through the pages here. Backwards loop. She calls it a chain. That's what she calls it. A chain. There we go. All right. What else? I think I got another project to talk about. Yes, Miserina. and people in class were saying, I hope it's not going to be a misery. No misery. It's not going to be misery. I am slightly concerned about the fit on this. I did try it on. It's hard, as you all know. Like if there's sleeves, I'm gonna go a little bit further on the body, and then I'll probably try it on again to make sure. I did go longer in the yoke because I felt like it was not gonna be long enough. I feel like it's a little snug. I don't know if it's just, it has a high neck. Maybe I need to, so I have a lot of concerns, but I am in the body. I do love this yarn. I am doing the eyelet. They call it the eyelet pattern. It's got holes in it. So it will be, I'll have to wear something under it, which I'm okay with most of the time. And this is Caitlin Hunter pattern, yeah. And fingering. So I'm using Foxy Lady. My flowers are done. Another thing I wish I did, there wasn't a lot of carrying done, so I didn't do the ladder back. I just kind of did my regular way of carrying. I do, however, wish there's how do I say this? 2 rows of, I think 4 stitches right here. And you carry it all the way to the next one. And so I kind of wish I had done my ladder back there. I feel like might be a little tight. I don't even know if you'd have to do those stitches. You could even leave them off, you know, if you didn't want to have to worry about carrying it that long. Kind of wish I'd done the ladder back. And I even toyed with ripping back to there. I didn't. There's too many sweaters to knit. I didn't. So hopefully this is going to be good. It's going to be good. There was lace in this, color work in it, more lace down here. You had an option of doing a pearl. So yeah, so Miserina. And, oh, I got so excited about this next one I get to show you. Here. I think this is it. Yeah, I think this is it. This is the Extra Light Bright. So Extra Light, L-I-T-E, Bright, B-R-I-G-H-T. Extra Light Bright. It's a wool and pine pattern using fingering and a different, I thought it was different way of doing a fade, right? So I'm using 4 colors. You could use up to 5. She has a formula for you. I'll have to do the sleeves, continue my fade there. So I've gone 1 color, 2 colors, my 3rd color, and now I'm going into my 4th, which is so this color. I'm going from here to here. So I'll end up with the lighter part on the bottom. And it just goes so fast. There's no carrying, and it's just been really fun. I think I probably have 6 inches here, or 7, maybe even 8. Like I don't have much further. I typically like to have 10 inches from under the arm, but it depends on where the underarm is, right? That's why I went ahead and finished the sleeve here. I felt like it brought it up a little bit, as well as the neck. So it depends on where the armhole hits, right? Because typically if your armhole hits here, you know, it's a little lower. But it's been super fun, and you can have a lot of fun with this. It's a 29 rows, I think it's in from here to here, like about 29 rows of a slow fade. So fun, so fun. So I'm hoping to finish the body on this soon. I will want to wear this soon. Yeah, let me show you the inside. The inside's really cool too. It's just fun. Yeah, Extra Light Bright. I think that's it. I'm going to show you a couple other patterns that I have. It's a whim. I think that's what Cadence is calling it, right? Oh no, the fade, Amy. It's a great way to do a fade. I'll probably keep that pattern for future if I want to do fades. So I have on my little bag. Oh yeah, I did show you this one. This was one I considered doing with the worsted Tyke, T-Y-K-K-E, the Sanez garn, but I decided I liked this one better, and I remembered I'd come across it last year. So when we got the yarn, and I'm like, that's what I want to do with it. But this one you could also use for that, and not do sleeves. You could, if you wanted it for summer. I gotta keep stuff organized here. because you know, I do, as disorganized as it looks I am, I do have a plan. This one I would also like to do. I'm sure there's a pronunciation for this, but I-L-H-A. I know that's backwards for you all, but it's I-L-H-A. I think I want to do a linen in this. I think it's a fingering she calls for. Yeah, fingering to a sport. So you could make it long sleeve, a little heavier, but I think I might do it a lighter. And we also got some of our purchases in today that we did at market. So that might be one I use for it. I don't know. So stay tuned for that. And then one other one. We saw this a lot at market. It's really cute knit up. I think Alicia had it here. Cadence wore it. It's called Salty Air. The Salty Air tee. That color is not. It doesn't really show the lace. Maybe you can see it. So this would be nice, and a linen too, and our Sweet Georgia flaxen, not white, what do we call it? I can't, thin maybe, flaxen, I can't remember. Would be great for that. The 29 Bridges would be great for that. 29 Bridges, the linen, merino, would be really good for that. Anyway, so those are just some whims I have. Got to get some more things off the needles, maybe, or at least in hibernation. That's what I'm thinking. Thank you for watching this week. Cadence will be on Saturday, and we're happy to help you plot and plan any of your projects. You can check us out, fuzzygoatyarns.com, text us or call us, and I look forward to catching up with y'all next week. All right, take care.